Hi, I'm Alan Sims of Menchie's Frozen Yogurt. Wesley came to work, I think it was a Thursday, and everything went smooth. We gave him some tasks to do. About 2 weeks in, he got his first paycheck, and it was $32. And you would have thought that Wesley had won the lottery. And it was amazing to see the transformation just in those first 2 weeks of the smile on his face, how he couldn't wait to get to work. Wesley's been there, I guess, a year and a half now, and he's not called in sick one day. He's asked to work extra shifts when he can. The guests love him. The team members love him. It's been a wonderful experience for him working at our Turkey Creek store.
So my name is Christy Rice, and this all started because my son Wesley wanted a job. And thanks to Alan Sims, he was willing to give Wesley a chance. Wesley's been there for a year and a half now at the Turkey Creek location. Alan saw what a difference it made in my son's life to have a job. And so even today, he still talks about, that's part of his routine, and when do I go to work? And he knows exactly what day it is and what time he needs to be there. And he reminds me in my busy life, it's time to go to work, Mom, I've got to go to Menchie's. It's just made such a huge difference in his life. He earns a paycheck every 2 weeks. He's opened his own bank account. And he knows how much money is in there, and he buys things for himself and for other people, and the independence that he has gained has been huge. And here we are a year and a half later, and it still makes me very emotional. So that's what started it. Wesley had an opportunity to work for a few hours, felt like that he had a job, and he didn't have a job. It was just a temporary thing that we participated in through Open Doors Tennessee, and I saw then just how much it meant for him. And again, then that's when Alan was willing to give him a chance, and I'll be forever thankful for that.
One of the concerns that we had early on was, how's the public going to react when they come into the store and see people with differences? I was working the store one afternoon with Wesley, and a lady and her young daughter came in, got a couple cups of yogurt, went and sat down. A few minutes later, they got their cups and moved outside. And I was thinking, wow, this is not good. As they finished, the woman came back in, came up to me, and I'm expecting a negative reaction. But she had a question. It was like, how can I educate my daughter in a non-offensive manner on Wesley's differences? And I was like, wow, that's not the reaction I expected. One of the things I noticed after Wesley came to work was the huge support network that he had that not only supported him, but came in and supported our business because he was working there. So Wesley actually paid for himself in the first week. He was bringing in more business than I was paying him.
One of the things that started this too is Wesley sells smiles. And if you come into our Brookview location, you're going to get a lot of smiles. Menchie's is about smiles and making people feel good. So if you come into our Brookview location, you're going to see a lot of smiles. And that's what Wesley does. He sells smiles.
Our original goal was to have volunteers come in and work with shift leaders and young adults with special needs. But luckily, Christy was able to find shift leaders who have a heart and a desire to work with special needs young adults.
It's interesting though, a lot of them they let us know what they need, and if you're listening, then you'll hear that and you'll be able to make those accommodations for them. It's very simple. Nothing we've done is rocket science. It's just what they need to be successful. So the biggest key is having folks with a heart to help and listening to what the team members with differences need and making that priority and making that happen for them.
I'm Ashley Bourdonnais. I'm one of the store leaders here at Menchie's. I never had a job before getting this job. And then after I went to Camp Quintanilla and I got to hang out with some of the awesome campers, I realized that working with individuals with disabilities was something that I really wanted to do. One of the things about working at Menchie's, though, especially with these individuals, is being able to adapt to different ability sets and just different communication styles. We do a lot here to be able to get everyone to thrive and be successful on their own. We have closing lists and opening lists that write out everything to do with a number sequence, and then for those that can't read, we go through it with them. There's pictures so they know wipe the tables, and there'll be a picture of a table, and that way we can leave them out on their own in the front, and these individuals can close on their own. If they forget what they're doing, they can go and look at the list and they know, okay, I did this, I'll go and do the next thing now, and it really fosters a lot of independence. We also have signs on the back of the machines that are color coordinated in different shapes. There's circles and squares, and they go along with the yogurt that's in the freezer. So if we tell them go and get 1A, that machine is low, they know to go back and look at 1A, or we can say the green square, and they'll go look at the machine, and they can go in the freezer and look, and they know to look for the green square. And that way we don't have to watch them and like hold their hand and do anything with them. They can do it all on their own just by using colors and shapes or numbers and letters.
There's not a lot of modifications because there's not a real need for a lot of modifications. Just a few easy, simple things. It's a lot more like teaching the skills that need to be taught, basic skills that they can use anywhere, like sweeping and mopping and properly wiping a table down. These skills they can carry on. And for some kids, it's about how to talk to a customer, and the appropriateness of what you can say and what you can't say.
And with some of these team members, as much as I don't want to let them go, they have become so capable of moving on and getting other jobs, especially the team members that close at night, that work full shifts from 4, 5, 6 to close. Some of these individuals are now so capable with just a few months of training and a few days of extra patience, extra help, extra assistance, and they're so capable to move on and get a different job that works maybe several times a week for longer shifts. And all they would need is someone at the very beginning to say, okay, I'm gonna go through this with you a few times, we're gonna go through this slower, but they could do amazing things. They could work administrative jobs, they could do other customer service. And that to me makes me so happy that I know that these individuals who hardly anyone gives a chance to hold a job, they can move on and get real jobs that they could hold for the rest of their lives.
We can only do so much inside Menchie's frozen yogurt. Granted, we're touching people, guests that come in, they're seeing what we're doing, but we want to take it to the next level. We want other businesses to join us in what we've started. So what's the next step? We need businesses to step up and help make a difference.